All right, everyone. So my name is Kate with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today, I am going to be going over new agent orientation with you. Um, so we're going to take a look at some new things as far as when you're newly onboarded with us, um, how you get started, and a few of those easy new things just to make sure that you are aware of all of them and kind of have those resources. Um, Full disclosure, this class generally does not take the full hour, so most likely we will be done a little bit early, which is great because it leaves time for any questions you guys might have at the end. Um, Feel free to drop your questions in the chat box as we're going through things. I'll try to pay attention to that and grab those questions while we're going through things. But if you see me skip over one, I will absolutely 100% come back to that for you. So don't think I missed it. I'll come back to all of the questions if I did miss one. All right, well, let's jump in. So, the first thing I want to kind of go over with you guys, let me find my tab here, um, is a couple of things on our Scott Leroy website, which are going to be beginner things that you kind of do as soon as you join Keller Williams. Um, so the first thing we want to do is I'm going to go to the home screen, so we're in a familiar place. Now, your first part of onboarding is generally your Market Center invitation, also some type of questionnaire with us that gets all of your systems set up for you. Now, those questionnaires can be sent to you in a couple of different ways. Sometimes we'll send them to you directly. Sometimes offices will complete those for you. Sometimes they'll send you the link. There's lots of different ways, but you should be getting a questionnaire some way, shape, or form that comes to us and allows us to set up your systems. Now, when you're completing those questionnaires, if you were to come to our website and go to Agent Resources and Questionnaires, you're going to see that there is a long list of different types of questionnaires. Now I'm just going to open this in a new tab. Any of these questionnaires that you click on here on this menu bar are going to redirect you to this exact same screen. And they're going to allow you to choose different questions. Now with those questions, I'm going to come back and go over these different topics because this is going to help you understand kind of which questionnaire fits you as you're answering those questions. So we do have a new agent questionnaire. With that new agent questionnaire, this just means that you are new to Keller Williams. So not necessarily that you are a brand new licensed agent. You could have had your license for a year or two. It just means you are new to KW, meaning you don't have any of your current systems with KW set up. And we kind of need to get everything up and rolling for you. Now, the next one is going to be an admin. Now, an admin would be anyone that's not licensed, that's going to be helping with different type of, transaction stuff or marketing, things like that. So generally, you would be an admin joining a team of agents or a couple of agents, or you may just be an admin in your market center that's helping. Those are a couple of different options. Now, our next one is a capper questionnaire. So a capper questionnaire just means that you have been in the business for probably a while. Mostly it means you have quite a few transactions under your belt. So generally, I believe it's like 8 or more transactions would probably put you in that capper questionnaire. This means you're generally coming from another brokerage, and it allows us to make sure your setup is quick. Because if you already are in production somewhere, most likely you have transactions that are currently going, and we want to make sure that there is no lapse in your business. So we want to make sure your setup is quick and painless. Now the next one's going to be expansion. So this would be if you are going to be a KW agent in more than one KW office. Let's say that you're in a state and you're very close to another one. Maybe the office you're with doesn't hold both state licenses and you need to have 2 different KW offices. This could also mean if you have your license in California and you have your license in New York. Whatever the case is, if you are in more than one KW office, you would be considered an expansion agent. This just lets us know when we're doing your setup that you are going to have more than one KW office, and we need to make sure both of those offices are displayed on your marketing. Moving down, you have a hidden agent setup. Now, this is one that, again, is generally for an agent that has been in production for a while. Most likely, you're coming from another brokerage that is not KW. Um, and this means maybe you still have a couple of deals that you're trying to wrap up and close with your current brokerage, but you want to make sure you have a smooth transition and you want to make sure your KW systems are set up and running when you fully transition your license. So this setup allows us to hide your profiles that are available to the public, so that those profiles can't be seen or found until you've officially moved your license from one to the other. Now, the next one, market center staff, pretty self-explanatory. This would be if you are joining your leadership team in the KW office. Doesn't matter what role, just as long as you're joining the staff there in the office. Returning agent. This would fall under if you have been with KW any time and you've left and you're coming back. Now, you could have been gone for 4 weeks, 2 years, 10 years. If you've ever been with KW and you are returning to KW, this would fall under that returning category. Team. Again, this could be an admin team or a team admin. Maybe you're doing marketing or transaction coordination, or maybe you're joining a team as a listing or buyer's agent or something along those lines. This just notifies us that we need to make sure your team information is plugged into your marketing profiles. Now, the next one is a tech refresh. This is one where if you've been with KW for any length of time and you want to kind of audit your systems and make sure that everything we offer to new agents you are utilizing, you can fill out a tech refresh. Kind of an example here is a few years ago, we weren't setting up Zoom accounts or Canva accounts. So if you joined a few years ago and you're looking to get all of those services that are offered to new agents that are newly onboarded, you can fill out a tech refresh, and we're going to go through all of your systems that we set up and make sure you are utilizing everything we have to offer. And then lastly, a transfer agent. Now, a transfer agent would fall under, and I'm sorry if I keep going back and forth, I'm letting people in, so that's why you see it disappear. That's all I'm doing. But lastly, a transfer agent is going to be an agent that is moving from one Keller Williams office to another. Maybe you've moved states, maybe you've moved cities, and there's another KW office that is closer and more convenient for you. That would be a transfer, so going from one KW to another. So again, those are our different questionnaires. Again, if you click on any of those questionnaires, it is going to redirect you to the same screen. But these questions that you're asked here, kind of going over those is going to help you identify and understand why we're asking these questions and how to best answer them as you're going through them. So now that we've gone through the questionnaires, I want to go over the completed setup with you guys, because that's going to be the next thing that you guys get after you've completed your questionnaire. So once your questionnaire is done, usually within 1 to 2 business days, you'll get an email that looks similar to this. It will say Keller Cloud Setup Complete. It will have your name, and then it will say Market Center number, and it will have your Market Center number. Now, each office has its own Market Center number that identifies them. So that will be your Market Center number. Now, down below that, you'll see a quick little GIF here that plays, just saying welcome to KW kind of thing. And below that, you're going to see welcome aboard to Keller Williams. To access your logins, please click here and enter your Market Center number. Now, I emphasize that Market Center number because you will most likely be using it quite a bit when you're interacting with us and accessing some of our platforms. If you're accessing the Scott Leroy website or your login sheet here, you are going to enter that Market Center number to access those things. So that's why we kind of put it in multiple places, just to make it easy for you guys. Now below that, obviously it has your Market Center number. It says, we are excited to have set up all of your technology. We can't help you to wait to help you further. Tongue-tied today, as an agent. So if you need anything at all, please reach out to us. Our support email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. We are here to help you, not just with your onboarding, but at any point in your real estate career with KW, or if we work with you outside of KW, we're here to help you with whatever we can. So if you're running into errors, issues, if you need help with something and just need some guidance, That's what we're here for. So you can reach out to us at any time. Now below that, you should have some attachments. So you should have two QR codes. One of those is going to be for your website, and one of those is going to be for your KW branded app. Now, these QR codes allow you to use those on various different marketing, post them to social media, whatever you'd like to do. It allows people to scan those QR codes, and they will either be redirected to your branded consumer app or to your branded KW website. Now, I just want to point out when you're accessing these two platforms yourself as an agent, there is no agent login. So we do not set those up. You would want to set those up as a consumer. There's no client log or no agent login on those platforms. They are specifically made for clients. We do encourage you to create logins because it does allow you to kind of help your clients as they're navigating through those if they have questions. But you won't have logins for these two platforms within this setup. Lastly, you're going to have a just joined graphic. This is yours to use. It will have your headshot if you submitted a headshot during your questionnaire. If you didn't submit a headshot and you'd like to add a photo, you can always reply to this email with your photo and we can get that added for you. As well as if there's any changes to emails or phone numbers that need to be made on these, you can always reply to that email and we'll get you an updated just joined. Again, yours to use whether you want to post it to social media, email it out, text it, whatever you'd like to do. These are yours to use. Now we're going to go ahead and click here and we're going to take a look at the actual setup. Any of the requests that we get, we like to give 24 to 48 hour window on those when they'll be updated. However, we always try to get them done within that 24-hour window. It's just 2 business days is generally what we kind of let people know. All right, so now that we are on our setup, I'd just like to point out a couple of things up here in this dark banner. You'll see these buttons. Yours will either say update, unlock, update and lock, whatever. And then it will have a place for a KW name and a 16-digit code. Now, I just want to mention that these items in this banner are for our setup team. So you won't need those logins. You won't have access to them. That is just for our team and internal purposes while we're setting these up. So you can ignore that top banner. I wish we could remove it. Below that, though, you will see Keller Cloud Setup Complete for your Market Center. This is an actual video. If you want to click on this, you can take a look at that. It's going to go over a lot of the information we are covering today. Below that, you'll see a little note. Hello, your KW systems, including your internet command, are now up and running. Here are some of your usernames, passwords, links, all kinds of stuff to kind of help you. We strongly recommend you keep this email for a minimum of 90 days. I encourage you to star this in your email inbox and keep it for as long as you are with KW because you never know when you might need it. Below that, you will see SLM website password. This is for that Scott Leroy website that we were taking a look at before. Right here, you do need to log into this website to access the different things. You'll see over here, I'm currently logged in, so it didn't prompt me, but if I were to log out, it would ask me to log in. And the login for that is simply your Market Center number. Now below that, you will find notes from your onboarding team. I emphasize making sure you pay attention to these notes as they come through. The reason for that being is if we encountered an issue during setup where we were unable to set something up or something was missing, we're going to let you know right here and generally either give you instructions to finish that or to let us know when so-and-so is ready and we can take a look. So pay attention to these notes. If everything went as planned, you'll just see something here that says reply with your biography and photo, unless we have those, because we are happy to update those at any time you're with, at any time. If you've been here a year, 2 years, 5 years, we'll always update your bio and photo if you need to. Now below that, you'll see KW logins. These are going to be primarily for KW Command, your Command mobile app. So that's different from the consumer app. It will be for KW Connect, Keller Home Loans, Basically anything KW specific, you're going to use those KW logins. Now below that, you'll also see click here to log into your KW command platform. We are going to have links throughout this that will help you either with login or tutorials on how to do something, so you can always check those out. Now, I like to point out your username up here won't be case sensitive. So if you have capitals in that and you're not using it, it's not going to prevent you from logging in. However, that password is going to be case sensitive. If you're copying with double clicking, you'll notice it's not capturing the entire password. So make sure you're grabbing all of that. Also, if you do something like I just did, I have a space before the A now. If I were to copy and paste that, I would have a space before the A, and that is going to cause login failure. So make sure you are only getting the password, no spaces before or after, getting all of those special characters, etc., to make sure you can log in quick and easy. Moving over to your Google Workspace, this is going to be your KW email. It's also going to allow you access to the Google Drive, Google Docs, all of the things that pretty much come with Google Workspace. There are a few limitations with that. Certain things that can't be set up or used with them, but primarily you'll be able to use most things. You log in the same as any other Gmail through a gmail.com, Gmail app, however you log into your Gmail account. We'll let you know if we set up forwarding. This is requested on your setup or questionnaire. If you ask for that, we'll let you know if we were able to complete that. If you need to update your verification, things like that. Again, additional links and support items that might help you. Now, moving down, you have your KW IDX website. Again, this is your branded consumer website. Let me go ahead and just copy this. Your website should be branded to you. It should show your marketing when you access that. So if we take a look at stats, it says the name up top. If we scroll down, we'll also see our information here, as well as under the About Me section. Again, no login for you guys on this. You access and edit your website through the command platform. You can create a login though. Now this next one is your kw.com profile. So kw.com is just the generic KW website. If you were to come on here and find an agent and search for yourself, that would be the profile that is displayed right here. So this allows people to come and find you. It allows you to be seen by the public. So that is what that one is for. Command email. This is, again, your KW email. This is what's used when sending and receiving emails through the command platform. However, when you do send emails from command, it's going to show as an agent a bunch of numbers at mailer.kw.com. But any replies that you receive to those emails sent through command are going to go to this email here. Now, you can adjust this email in your KW command settings if you don't want to use your KW email. Moving down, your KW consumer app link, again, branded to you. When someone's to download this, you would be set as the agent for them to search. Either your website or your app, you're going to be notified when people are logging in, creating accounts, searching your properties, all that good stuff. So that's one of the great reasons to use those two. Keller Home Loans, this is going to be your links. You have click here for the link, and you also have access to the Home Loans portal. Keller Covered, same thing, you have your profile, and then click here to learn more. You will see Twilio. Generally, this is not a service that we set up. During setup, the reason for that being is that you have to pick a subscription and you have to make payment. So that's not something we do on our end, but we strongly encourage Twilio. It allows you to do smart plans easily, as well as mass texting your database through command. Now next you'll see DocuSign. Some offices do also or only use dotloop, so depending on your office is what we would set you up with. DocuSign, you'll have your email and your password, how to log in, some additional information. I always like to point out these security questions. We do get questions frequently about this security question. They are on your setup. It's required for us to enter this to set up the accounts. And they are going to be numbers that are specific to you, so you wouldn't be able to use just anyone's number on this. So that's one of those reasons I recommend keeping this for longer than 90 days. You never know when you're going to need to refer back to this. I'm going to skip Homekeeper. I'm not 100%. We are still setting that up because they have changed their subscriptions. So we're going to move down to our additional logins. Now, these are some of those third-party platforms that we set up for you guys. They are free basic accounts. So if you have a Canva that you've used previously, you can keep that one. You don't have to use this one. However, we have recently seen that there's some KW brand kits. So if you're using your KW email, you'd be able to access those. You should see TidyCal. So TidyCal is similar to Calendly. It allows people to schedule appointments with you. You'll have a 30-minute one already created that you can share and have clients schedule meetings. Your Blink is your digital business card. If I click on this, sorry, my links are not working when I directly click on them. If we visit Blink, though, you'll see that we have a digital business card. That one needs to be updated. It will have all of your information, photo, email, website, all of that good stuff. It has a QR code that you can share with other people. They can scan it and add you. So that is a great one. If you need a Zoom account, we'll set that up for you as well. And again, Canva that we talked about. Now, if you created your KW email and we didn't set that up for you, we may have something here like, please reply with your KW email password so we can set these up. That is optional for you. Those will usually be in your notes as well as here. Now moving down, you have some additional resources. So again, some links that are helpful as a new agent. Next steps. So these are great things that you can do to kind of get started. We are happy to import your contacts into Command for you. You can send us up to 5 CSV files per month that will reformat and import. So if you have contacts in your phone or another platform, you can export those and have them imported. Below that, announce your move to Keller Williams. So this will give you a tutorial on how to share that you're an agent, because if you're a secret agent and nobody knows you're a licensed realtor, it's a little hard to stir up business. So you want to let people know. Checking out our 30-day and jumpstart challenges. These are some challenges to, again, help you get started, kind of creating those habits and activities to stir up business. If you need help with your biography, you can click here. We're also going to take a look at some stuff on our SLM website that will help you with that as well. And then, of course, we have all of our training resources here. Again, those can be accessed through our YouTube. Patricia, generally we recommend using your Market Center specific logo. Every office should have their own KW logo. We'll have time for questions at the end, and I can show you where to find that specific logo for your Market Center. Next, we have some other support items and emails. They're going to have phone numbers, email addresses. These are ones you're going to want to keep. You never know when you're going to need to reach out to Keller Williams International or DocuSign support. So great things to keep. And then below that, just some additional information. That is your setup in a nutshell right there. So that goes over all of your new logins and everything like that. Again, tons of resources and videos in here for you to take a look at. Now we're going to migrate back to the Scott Leroy website. I want to point out a few things on here that you guys can access and utilize. Most are going to be under this agent resources dropdown, and primarily under this agent support button. So if we click on that, you'll see that there's a ton of services that we offer to help you, not just at onboarding, but after onboarding. So if you need help with open house sign-in sheets, or if you need help with adding things to your website, you can come here and request those items. These will redirect you to a quick little form that you'll fill out. It will come over to our support team and we'll start handling that request. We even have, monthly newsletters that we can send out on your behalf from your command. Trying to think of the other one I usually highlight, but I'm drawing a blank. We also have free marketing templates, and we're going to take a look at that in 1 second. Before we go over the free marketing templates here, I want to show you that there is another drop down under agent resources and below agent support that's going to have free templates and agent concierge. So if you click on free templates, This is going to redirect you to our page where you can find some pre-made templates that you can use. So we have some for listing, for social media posts. We have some for flyers, postcards. If you're looking to create a new email signature, if you were to click into any of these, I'll open them in a separate tab. They're going to provide you with different options. So if you're looking for coming soon, you can click on that one. And it's going to show you all of the available templates for that specific category. And if you were to click Use Template, it's going to redirect you to Canva, where you can start customizing all of those templates and creating your own to use for your listing. I will come back to Brandon's question. Mona, I am under the Scott Leroy website. So it is Scott Leroy Marketing. And we are under agent resources, templates, and we are under free templates currently. I'm gonna drop this in the chat for you though. Now, if you wanted to create your own email signature, again, I just clicked on this button right here, email signatures, that would redirect you to this page. If we click through these, there are a ton of different email signatures that you can check out. And again, if we click use template, it's going to redirect us to Canva. We have all of those templates available. So if we found one that we liked, we can go find it again in here and we can start customizing it. So adding our photo, name, phone numbers, etc. When it comes to these templates, we do just encourage you to check with your market center for your local compliance rules and regulations. Some offices have to have certain sizing for logos or certain things like that. So we just want to make sure you are in compliance when you're using these. So definitely after you've created it, send it over to your market center. They can check it out and give you feedback if any changes need to be made. Once you're done though, you can download these and add them to your email settings. We do have a tip video that goes over to how to do that, and I can drop that in the chat if anyone needs it. Now, if we come back to the Scott Leroy website, the other thing I wanted to show you under templates is our agent concierge. So again, under templates, you have free templates and agent concierge. So this is a little bit different. These are, again, templates. However, instead of you going in and customizing them, we are creating them for you. So if you want to do this, you come in here and you hit start. And we'll give it a second to load here. Sometimes it takes a second. Close out some of these tabs. All right, well, let's try one more time. It always wants to like take its time when I'm teaching. Brandon, I can show you guys how to add an email signature to the Gmail platform. However, in order to add it to your mobile device, it is separate. I'm not able to show you that today, but I can drop a link at the end of class how to add it to your mobile device as well. Unfortunately, they don't carry over from one platform to another, and the Gmail app on your mobile device is a little more limited with what you can add. So I'm not 100% photos can be added to your mobile device for an email signature. Back to the agent concierge. This is where, again, we create the marketing for you. So if you come in, click that start button, it's going to ask you, is this your first time creating marketing, or have you done it before? You can select whichever one applies to you. It's going to ask for your market center number. Make sure you include the correct one, so we make sure your branding is correct. Are you requesting this for yourself or someone else? Maybe you're an admin on a team, you're asking for marketing for your rainmaker or an agent. Or maybe you have a listing and someone else is holding the open house for you and you want to help them by creating marketing. That would be a great reason to use this someone else. I'm going to go with myself for this one. It's going to have you enter your name. We're going to put Scott. It's going to ask you, do you want to see the most popular designs or all of our available designs? I'm going to go with all. Are you looking to have marketing created for social media to mail out as a postcard? Or are you looking for a flyer? Are you looking for all three? You can select any of those. And then it will bring you in. So these designs here are going to be for social media posts. You can look through them and find the one that you like and just check mark it. Then we're going to be brought into flyers. Again, pick the one that you like and select it. Postcards. We're just going to grab one. What property address are you creating this for? It's going to have you plug in that property address. Get the zip code. What is the status of this listing? Are we creating for sale marketing, just listed, just sold, open house, pending, or under contract? Depending which of these you click, it will give you a different question for your next one. Just listed goes straight to email, but if you are selecting open house, it's going to ask you when is the open house. I believe the rest of them are going to ask you for your email next. So we'll just put support and Scott Leroy Marketing. Phone number. And then we come in, if you have a headshot you'd like us to include, you can add that here. If you have a specific logo, maybe you've branded yourself as a solo agent and you want to include that logo, that can be done here. And then you'll review and submit. So once you hit that, it's going to allow you to preview all of the answers you've provided, view your marketing that you've selected again, and then once you're done, you can go ahead and hit that submit. Now, if you missed something or typed it wrong, you can always edit that field. Even the designs can be switched out. But that is our do-it-for-you marketing. So again, free templates, you're creating your own marketing. Agent Concierge, we're creating it for you. Now that Agent Concierge, again, was under templates, and here you can also access it by going to real estate marketing. It will also be here. That will take you to the same place no matter which one you are clicking on. Let's see. Real fast, let's go through adding that email signature while we have time. So I'm going to come over here to free templates. I'm just going to grab one of these. We're going to use. Once, let's say we've edited this top one, this is the one we want to use. I'm going to go ahead and do share. And I'm going to select download. I'm going to leave this as a PNG. And I don't want to download all 21 pages, so I want to make sure to select the page that I'm on. So current page, and I'm going to hit done. We're going to do download. Now, when you're adding these to your email signature, which I'm going to pull up my email signature right here. Before we add it to our email signature, we want to go to IMGUR. They've recently done an update to the email settings. And you want to host your signature before you add it. So when you come to imgur.com, I'll drop this in the chat. You don't have to have an account. You don't have to sign in to utilize this feature. So we're going to do new post. And from here, we're going to grab our email signature. So let me just go ahead and choose that photo. We'll grab this one here. So we have our signature. What you want to do is right click on this email signature. And we're going to open it in a new tab. And from here, I want to right click again and I want to copy the image address. Now, if we go back to our KW email, it should look like this when you're on a desktop. You're going to click on the little gear that looks like a gear and says settings. So we're going to click that. And we want to hit see all settings. From there, we want to scroll down until we get to this section here. So if I go ahead and delete these, you should see a field that looks like this, or if you already had an email signature, you can do it that way as well. We're going to do create new. I'm going to do 130. Once we're here, I'm going to click into this box and I'm going to hit this. It kind of looks like a landscape portrait with like mountains. It says insert image when we hover over it. If we click on that, you'll see that it's asking us to paste a URL of an image. So this is the reason we hosted it on this site first. If we go ahead and right click and paste, it's going to add that URL and pull up that photo. Now, once we've done that, we can hit insert image and our signature will show right here. Now we can right click on that. We can adjust the sizing a little bit if we want to. If you need to adjust it other than these options, you'd want to do that in the actual design, or resize it and then do this. So those are your options. Once you have that email signature here, though, you want to make sure you turn on your signature defaults. So do you want this to come up when you're creating new emails? And do you also want it to come up when you're replying or forwarding emails? So you'll turn that on by picking the name of your email signature. This is internal. No one sees this but you. Once we're done with that, we scroll down and hit save. It will redirect us to our inbox and we can just go ahead and test that. If we hit compose, we'll see that our email signature pops up. And again, that's under see all settings, scroll down till you get to signature. If you already had one created, you can either remove and edit this one, or you can just create new the same as we did before. It would be the same process. You would just have a new one and start from there. You just want to make sure you adjust this if you have more than one. So that is adding your email signature. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys before we wrap up today's class and get to questions, is just a couple of things within the actual KW command platform. So we're going to come to command. This is command. If you're not familiar, it is agent.kw.com to get to the command platform. And your home screen might look different than mine. That is okay. These are customizable slightly. So if you have different things displaying, not to worry. But the couple things I want to go over with here are some of the basic profiles in here. So the first thing we want to do is click on our name and that little drop down next to our name. Now, Scott has a team account, so if you don't see two accounts here, that is okay. Most likely you'll just have the personal. But you'll notice we have a referrals profile and my profile. We also have a third profile that's not shown right here. The referrals profile, this is primarily an internal profile to help you generate referrals with other KW agents. So this is what this platform is for and where this information will be displayed. Now, with there being 3 profiles, they are all separate. They don't communicate and sync to each other. So when you're updating your bio, you may need to update it in 2 or possibly 3 places, depending where you want that to show. The My Profile is, again, primarily internal. However, this profile decides whether you're shown on that kw.com platform that we were looking at before. So when we went to kw.com, if we're searching for an agent here, this is what determines if you're going to show on that profile or not. So you want that to be on if you want to be found. But this profile, again, primarily internal. It's going to have most of your basic contact information. You're also going to have a KW section. Now within this top part, I like to point out the real estate license number here. If yours is missing and you are licensed, or if any of the information here is incorrect, including your expiration, make sure you touch base with your Market Center staff. They can update that in Command MC for you. At this time, they're the only ones that have access to update that. So make sure that's up to date. In the My KW section, you're going to notice that you have a ton of options here. This is where you can check on your KW email, reset your password, your recovery email, things like that. You also have your personal information, beneficiary, profit share, sponsor, etc. So lots of personal information here. We're not going to click into any of that. The last thing I want to highlight is this MLS. If you don't see MLS here, you want to, again, reach out to your Market Center. Make sure they've added your MLS ID. If you're licensed and have an MLS ID, you want to get that added here. That will allow that to sync your listings with Command. And then the very last thing in here is you'll see your Market Center here. If you're in one or more than one, you'll see them all. We're in quite a few, so lots. But if we click on this, the last thing you want to make sure is your role is correct. If you're a licensed agent and you're seeing that this says administrative staff, most likely your license number is missing. Having the administrative staff role, if you're a licensed agent, is super important because if you are showing administrative staff, it may cause your branded consumer app to not be branded to you. So something to check there just to make sure everything is set up. Your role, again, is determined by that real estate license. So your market center staff can adjust that for you. Now, the last profile I want to show you before we wrap up and answer questions is, in my opinion, one of the most important. That can be found by clicking that drop down next to your name. And from there, you're going to go to settings. Once we're in settings, we want to hit connect settings on the left menu and the marketing profile. Now, this is the profile that, again, in my opinion, is the most important. The reason I say that is this profile is what feeds your bio, your photo, your information to your KW website, as well as to your branded app. So super important for the information here to be accurate and up to date, because this is what communicates with that website and consumer app to feed over that info. So photos, if you have a logo, information here. Again, you can include your license number here to show on your website. This will not update it in the other profile, so they are separate. If you have slogans, designations, military affiliations, again, your bio, phone numbers, all of that good stuff. If you're including your website here, make sure it is the full URL. And if you're using a kw.com website, you do not need www before it. That will actually cause it to error. You have market center info. If you have any compliance, again, check with your market center staff if you are in an area that requires specific compliance to be included. And then lastly, you have social media marketing. Again, these need to be the full URL. You'll want to grab the public facing one. So if you were a consumer visiting your Facebook or Instagram, etc., you want to grab that URL. And then lastly, Google Analytics. I did have a question about market center logos. This is a great place to get us there. If you're looking for your market center logo, you can click this hyperlink right here that says KW Connect. This will redirect you to kwconnect.com, which is a separate platform. But by clicking that, it brings you directly into the logos and branding. And from here, you can scroll down to the search bar and look for your market center number. So if we were to just type a number, you'll see that we find our specific logo. We can preview that and make sure that is the correct logo we're looking for. And then we can download a folder to our computer. This will give us access to all of the different formats and colors. I can show you really quickly if I get this open. So that will give you a folder that looks like this here. Within that, we have a black and white folder. And that will give you all of those color options. So black and white logos, some have a background and some do not. And if we go back, we can also go into the CMYK, click on that. And this will give us the different color options. So as you can see, we have gray and white, again, background, no background. One disclaimer here, not every KW office is going to have all of the same color and format options. So if you're not seeing all of these, your office just may not have those. All right. That is our class for today. As promised, done a little bit early so we can go through any questions you guys might have. So I'm going to stop record. If anyone wants to jump off, you will not hurt my feelings. Thank you so much for coming today, and I hope this was helpful. If you have questions once you get off, please email us, support@scottleroymarketing.com. I'll drop that in the chat. And again, if you have questions, hang around, drop those in the chat, and let's get through them.